Alex Caruso is making the case for Defensive Player of the Year as the top glue guy on the #1 seeded team in the East, the Chicago Bulls. And I promise you that nobody saw this coming. The Chicago Bulls have taken the Eastern Conference by storm, knocking off some top teams, including beating the current #2 team in the East, the Brooklyn Nets, by over 20 points this past week. A big part of this goes to some of the acquisitions they made in the offseason, guys like Lonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan, but the #1 guy who is making the biggest impact is none other than Alex Caruso, formerly of the Los Angeles Lakers. The role that Caruso plays with the Chicago Bulls team is incredibly important to their success, specifically on the defensive end. As one of the quickest perimeter defenders in the NBA, a lot of times Caruso is tasked with guarding the other team's best opposing guard. Now, keep in mind he does have backcourt mate Lonzo Ball, who is a defensive-minded guy in his own right, but Caruso has specifically made himself stand out this season. There are a few factors that make Caruso, in my opinion, the best perimeter defender so far this season. #1 being the fact that he's extremely disciplined. Caruso is not the type of guy who's going to get caught trying to gamble for steals, trying to jump passing lanes that aren't there. He's not going to get caught biting on too many moves. He's very disciplined and firm in his stance. As you watch some of his plays from earlier this season, what you'll notice is he's very good at just kind of sitting back, reading the defender's body, his hips, not falling for too many tricks with the ball, and what it does is it allows him to keep laser focused on keeping his man in front. One thing that I think has benefited that is something he was quoted saying in a recent interview, as he learned from LeBron early in his career with the Lakers how to study players' tendencies. And we see that a lot in the way he's guarding guys this year. You can tell he's done his homework on where people like to go, what direction they like to do, what they like to do off certain moves. Do they like to pull up off of a left-hand crossover? Do they like to drive right most of the times? Are they going to step back right? You can tell he's read their tendencies, and because he knows exactly what they want to do, he's able to react even before they pull off their move. And I think that's one of the benefits you get from signing a guy like Caruso who's won an NBA championship if you're Chicago, because he's got that winning mentality. He knows what it takes, or at least has been around the people who know what it takes to win at the highest level. Caruso didn't have the hugest role on that championship team, but he played a lot of significant minutes, especially in the finals. You remember he started game 6 of the finals. So Caruso knows what it takes to win in big moments, and it's obviously leaking over into Chicago now. Another thing that separates him as a defender is his versatility on the defensive end. He's a big guy, he's very strong, and because of that, he can actually body up bigger guards. We can see a couple times when he gets switched off onto shooting guards and small forwards, people who have a little more size than your typical point guard, he's still able to hold his own. They don't push him around. Now, you combine that aspect of being versatile with the fact that he's probably the quickest perimeter defender in the league, as I mentioned earlier, meaning he's able to cut people off in transition, meaning he's able to move his feet against shiftier guards. The fact that he can be versatile with the 1 through 3, maybe sometimes body up a 4 if he really has to, is extremely valuable to a defense, because then you have somebody who can switch off when you need him to. You have someone who can come in and guard someone who's getting hot. Being able to have that capability is something that, in my opinion, has made him one of the funnest guys to watch on defense in the league this season. And it's paying off not only in the win column, but also statistically. So far this season, Caruso is currently in the top 3 in steals as of the making of this video. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's got some really fast reflexes, especially hand speed, that he can get his hands in there, poke the ball out sometimes. He's able to jump passing lanes, read the opposing team's ball movement, and know where the next pass is going to go. That defensive IQ that he has, which I would say is probably one of the highest in the league today, is one of the main reasons that he's been able to become such a highly statistical defender. And not only is that a big factor in Defensive Player of the Year voting, and one of the reasons I think he should be in the running this year, but also, in my opinion, many times Defensive Player of the Year is a very visual award. So a lot of times guys win it off of highlights that stick in voters' memories. Rudy Gobert with like countless blocks that make SportsCenter, make the highlight reels. Guys who have a specific skill set that media members and other people who vote on these awards can look back and think, man, like it just sticks with them. Caruso has had a few of those big moments early in the season. Just recently in the matchup with Chicago a couple weeks ago, there was a big possession right before the half that Caruso was lined up with Curry, was guarding Curry full court. Stephen Curry, who's been hot early on in the season, was trying to get the last shot for his team, and Caruso was not only able to keep him in front, but actually plucked the ball twice and was able to hold Curry from getting a shot off. There was another moment late in the game against the Nets where Harden was bringing the ball down. There had been several possessions in that fourth quarter that Caruso was tasked with slowing Harden down, and he was able to not only steal the ball from Harden, but go down and get a bucket in transition in a close game. Moments like that against some of the league's elite guards, being able to stay in front and even get steals off of them, is something that's going to really stick with voters' minds, and it's one of the reasons I think he has a great chance of being in the running for that award, pending that he's able to keep up this level of production this season. All that being said, I want to hear what you think about Alex Caruso and how you feel he's played this season. Do you think he has a legitimate chance of winning Defensive Player of the Year? And if not, who would your pick go to so far this season? But that's all I have for y'all today. Don't forget to drop a like, leave feedback in the comment section below, and subscribe for more. We have some exciting things coming out soon. Next month, December 2021, I'm dropping the first episode of a 4-part docuseries called The Book of Kobe Bryant, which will be looking at some of the biggest moments of Kobe Bryant's career. I cannot wait to share it with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm having such a great time putting it together and working with some incredible people. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, coming out next month. But like I said, I don't want to take any more time out of your day. So be on the lookout for all the things coming up soon. And I'll catch y'all next time. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to drop a like, leave feedback in the comment section below, and subscribe for more. We got some exciting things coming up soon, and you don't want to miss out. So be sure to ring that notifications bell, and be on the lookout for full episodes of 101 on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as soon as they come available.